guys, and welcome back to A Breath of Fresh Marketing. I'm here today with Tia Bee Stokes, founder of Calamity, a dance group committed to raising money for charity, and has gained 3.8 million followers, documenting her own cancer journey on TikTok. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you for having me today. I'm so excited to be here.
Awesome. Yes. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good. It's a beautiful day. The sun is out today. It is finally not snowing, so I'm happy about that. But I'm actually feeling really good. Like, I'm really grateful. I had a bone marrow biopsy this week, and I'm feeling really strong and lots of energy. So yeah, I'm doing good. Can't complain.
Good. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I am Tia Bee Stokes. Like you said, I'm a mother of 5. Major legend Mays, Taz, and Rose. I am married to the handsome Andrew Stokes, and 315 days ago, I was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. And so I have been journaling and documenting my experience and my opportunity through TikTok. I dance my way through cancer. I try to keep it really, real and raw on my social media, but also try to uplift at the same time. I try to share the light and the love and also the real moments. I'm a dancer, like you said. I'm a dance teacher. I own a dance studio that is dedicated to dancing for a cause. I've had it for the last 15 years. It's my baby. I had it before I had babies. And we've danced for over 50 families, and we've raised almost $1 million. We're almost to our $1 million mark. But I love it. Like, I love it that I still get to perform. I still get to dance. I still get to be young. And, it's been such a huge blessing in my life. And it's crazy now to think that I'm on the other end of, all those years I spent dancing for people going through cancer or going through real life calamities, other diseases and such, and, sudden life things that happen. And now I'm on this end, now I'm the one that's going through cancer. And it's just crazy to me that, life is precious and time is precious, and you just never know when it's going to be you. So live today, right?
Absolutely. Wow. That is some story. Well, most people know you from your dance moves, as you was just talking about. What type of dance do you do?
So I started as a hip hop dancer. My sister was my trainer and mentor all growing up. And so I started with hip hop. So hip hop is like my love, is my first love. But I love contemporary. I love jazz. I love Polynesian dancing. I also do Polynesian dancing. I'm Polynesian. So I love all styles. I love ballroom. I mean, I love to be able to experience all styles, but I would say hip hop is my main baby. So
nice.
I love it.
I took hip hop back in the day.
You did?
Yeah, when I was a lot younger. But yeah, that was a lot.
It's fun, huh?
Yeah,
it's fun. It's just like high energy, fun, party. Not, you don't feel like so refined or restrained.
Yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Are there any artists that you feel really inspired you with their dance moves?
With their dance moves. I love Allison and Twitch. They have been a huge inspiration in my life. I love watching them dance. And I love, who else do I love dance wise? Haley Fitzgerald, there's a couple, Kyle Anagami, there's just a couple dancers. But Macklemore, my song, Glorious, he's been a huge inspiration in my fight with cancer as well. So can't forget that.
Yeah. For sure. So as a mother of 5, wow.
Yeah.
God bless you. How do you incorporate movement like dance into your family life?
Yeah. Well, my kids dance too. So cool. They've been taking hip hop. So at my studio, they also take hip hop. I have 4 boys, and then I have my baby little girl. So my little girl's the youngest, but all 4 of my boys take hip hop and they take dance at the studio. And so it's been fun because I started this company as a single girl. I was 21 years old, single. And then now here I am 15 years later, and my own boys are dancing right along with me. They're dancing for other people right along with me, and they love it. Like, they love being able to give back through dance. Like they think it's the coolest thing ever. They think it's so cool that we could just serve families and be able to do it together. So it's been awesome because now it's like a family thing. My husband helps with the props, he's the handyman. So he helps me make the props. He helps set the stage. He helps with all the back end stuff. And then me and my kids, we get to perform. Yeah. So it's like a whole family affair now.
That's awesome. I really like that. So since starting Calamity, you've raised over $600,000 for people fighting cancer, which is amazing.
Yeah.
What has that been like as far as seeing your dance skills, creating something that has helped so many people?
So amazing. I mean, I dabbled in the industry a little bit, before I started dancing for a cause. And I have to say, like, I have been so blessed, like, to be able to watch people, to be able to watch even my dancers. Like, it's so fun to watch my dancers be able to give back and to be able to dance, be able to use our talents that God has given us to be able to give back to those around that are going through hard times. And I think that's like the most important thing that we need to remember in life is that we've been given talents to be able to give them back, to be able to serve with them, like, to be able to uplift and inspire or spread positivity. And so it's been so cool to see that I've been able to continue dancing, even I'm 35 years old now and I'm still dancing. I mean, I don't think if I didn't have Calamity, I probably wouldn't still be dancing. Like I probably wouldn't still be, practicing and performing and rehearsing like a professional, but because I have this platform of Calamity to be able to give back and dance for a cause, it's so amazing to watch our talents to be able to not just my talents, but everybody else's talents too. Because at the concerts, we bring singers, we bring other dancers, we bring, anything, magicians, we bring comedians like to the shows to perform. And it's so cool to watch everybody come together with their talents and give them back to for one purpose, Yeah. So I can just say that I am just so blessed and I'm so grateful, and to see it, to see that my dancing is able to do that has just been like, I'm still shocked. Like when I think about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I still can't believe, like, wow, we've almost raised this amount of money and for people. And it's just, it's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And speaking of that, have you been able to connect with any of the families that you've helped raise money for?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We connect with all of them. Like, our latest family was Indy. I don't know if Indy Lou, she's, a little Down syndrome girl that's going through leukemia as well. And so it's kind of crazy because I picked Indy as our cause last year, 2020. And, then I got diagnosed, and she had AML, acute myeloid leukemia. And then I got diagnosed in April. So it was just such a crazy because, her mom ended up helping me a lot, helping me be able to go through my cancer journey, helping me with some health tips and things of that nature. So all the families we've been able to connect with, we connect with every single family, which I think is really cool.
That is really cool. So after spending so much time helping others, you received your own cancer diagnosis, as you were saying. So
yeah,
describe what that was like. Like, did you feel like off when you, like, before you found out, or did you like feel like you were sick, or did you have like no idea? Was this completely like,
yes. So I was sick. I had my daughter Rose in August of 2019. And that December, we went on a family vacation, and I remember feeling so sick. I was having like flu-like symptoms. I was having like cold chills, a little bit of fever, achy body, and just having those kind of symptoms. So I thought it was the flu. So I just kind of wiped it away. I got better. But then come January, I started to experience like loss of appetite and like losing weight and things like that. And I honestly was kind of marking all this stuff off as like part of my postpartum, because I just had a baby, So I'm like, okay, my body's just out of whack. I'm just adjusting, And so I really didn't think it was that big of a deal. And then come February and throughout January, I started to notice at dance practices, And at rehearsals, I couldn't breathe. Like I was having the hardest time of catching my breath, like being able to have oxygen go through my lungs. I could barely do one routine. And then I'd be like huffing and puffing and like laying on the ground. And
Wow.
but I also thought that was postpartum too. I also thought, oh, I'm postpartum. I'm out of shape,
Yeah.
And so, and then after that as it got closer, as it kept going on, I just was getting sicker and sicker. I started getting I had a cough that wouldn't go away. I still was getting the achy body feeling. I was having the achy body feeling, loss of appetite. I was having sudden bruising. I was having bruising all over my legs. And I had the worst headaches, like the pounding headaches, night sweats. I was waking up with night sweats in the middle of the night. And so finally, I was getting treated too with like antibiotics because I just was so sick that my doctors were like, okay, well, and so after antibiotics weren't working, like after I'd feel better for like 2 days and then I'd be sick again. I wouldn't feel good. So my husband was finally like, okay, we're going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to take you to we had a new doctor that we wanted to try, who is Josh Arnold, who's amazing because he was the one that actually called in for a CBC panel, which is so crazy because I think it's like $14 or something like that. And it's such a easy it's just a blood test, but they basically test for everything, like everything that you can imagine. And so he actually ran a CBC panel on me because I was so sick. And then that's when we found out that I had leukemia. And he was asking me, my symptoms, what I had been having. And I gave him all my symptoms again. And on top of that, I had a really bad menstrual cycle, like a really weird, heavy, like I couldn't stop it. Like, and which means I had no platelets. I didn't know at the time, but my platelets were really, really low, my white blood cells.
Right.
And so he had me get more blood tests done, and it for sure came back for leukemia it was April 24th, 2020. I was diagnosed. And right after that, I was rushed to the hospital. My husband had to take me to the hospital right away. And because of COVID, he wasn't able to be with me, or none of my family was able to be with me. So he had to drop me off at the front door. And it was the most, like, it's been a roller coaster ride since then, since that day. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. And yeah, you can't even be with your family, and you need them around you most. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, totally. On those hard times. Yeah. Like you need your family, you need that comfort, you need that, reassurance that everything's going to be okay. And I think that was the hardest part, was just like being away from my 5 kids. I was in a hospital room all by myself. I didn't have that opportunity to have my family there. So it was really rough, but we got through it and we're here today.
Wow. And it's almost a year, actually.
Yeah, it will be a year in April. Yeah.
Yeah. So how quickly after receiving your diagnosis did you begin cancer treatments?
Right away, like the next day, like,
Wow.
yeah, like they took me in and they started running. The first thing I had was they put up my central line in me, and then they ran it. I did a bone marrow biopsy. And then like the next day they started chemo.
Wow. So what are some of the ways that you stayed connected to your loved ones during that time?
Zoom was an awesome, like every night. So that was one of those blessings, tender mercies that we had, was that we were able to Zoom. I Zoomed with my family. I have 7 brothers and sisters and tons of nieces and nephews. And I would Zoom, and my mom was alive then. And we would Zoom every single night because my mom wanted to know everything. She wanted to be there. She wanted to know what was going on. And so I would Zoom my family in every single night, just to update them and let them know what was going on, as well as like when the doctors would come in, my mom would jump on the phone calls, or even FaceTime. Me and my husband and the kids would FaceTime all the time, which was such a blessing, what technology can do for us these days,
Yeah. I mean, that's great that you had that. So you weren't like 100% cut off from everyone. At least, you can grab your phone or a laptop or something in the hospital, right? And then just connect with whoever. I mean,
Oh yeah, no, such a blessing. Like technology and social media throughout my journey has been such a blessing because of how many connections I've been able to make and have, and friendships, and just so many, like, and keep those friendships, up, and also my family relationships. So it's been a blessing.
yeah, definitely. And what point did you decide to start posting dances on TikTok while you were undergoing your treatment?
Yeah, it was like, I think it was like the day after I got diagnosed. I posted my first TikTok of me in the hospital. And I had said, I was announcing that was just diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, and that I was going to fight with dancing and positivity. And that was my first TikTok. So it was like the day after. And honestly, I did it because I needed, they try to motivate you to do something, to like do something, walk, because when you have cancer and you're fighting, it just wipes you out and you don't want to do anything. You have no energy, you have no motivation. And so they tell you, walk, do something to fight off the cancer, because oxygen, no oxygen going through your body, through your lungs, feeds the cancer cells. So they want, they're like, you have to like use your lungs and stuff. So TikTok was like the easiest way I could get, I could learn an easy dance, a fun, easy dance that's like 15 seconds long, and then record it. And then that was me documenting my day as well. But it was such an easy thing. It was an easy way for me to fight, at that time. So it was like, and it's brought so much joy. Not only did TikTok bring like, help me to fight, but it brought so much joy and happiness and motivated me to do something, and something to look forward to every single day.
Yeah, and I really like TikTok because you can get so consumed in, the vortex of TikTok. There's so many different types of videos to watch.
Yeah.
And I like how they have that little algorithm. So once you start watching the same stuff over and over, that's all you're going to see is everything that you like to watch.
Yes. Yes.
So it's nice. And I feel like there's like this almost like a special TikTok family where I've seen a lot of love and support from like just perfect strangers on there,
Yeah.
to folks. And I feel like it's just nice that everyone's there and everyone's kind of in that same sentiment.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. It's TikTok. The TikTok community has been so supportive and so loving, and it is really like you get your families on there, so
Yeah.
I love that.
Did you expect that so many people would resonate with you, or did you see this as something you were just going to do for you?
No, honestly, I'm so blown away. Like, I honestly didn't think anything of it. Like, I didn't think it was gonna, so many people would follow or join my journey. Like, I was doing it just so I could be able to document, but also a way to fight cancer, as a fun way. And it has been just a big blessing in my life.
Wow. And that's great that you found that. I feel like TikTok's really awesome for that. And
oh yeah,
it wasn't always around, but there's Facebook and Pinterest and Twitter and everything. But when TikTok started, I remember at first it was more like kids were going on there, and it was kind of like the kid platform.
Yeah.
I think because of the pandemic, what happened was that pivotal switch, because now so many parents were home and forced to work at home 24/7. And then they started getting involved with TikToks with their kids. People were getting bored, and then all of a sudden it was just like boom, and then there's just this explosion on there. So it's pretty
yeah
cool.
I think the quarantine had something to do with
Oh yeah, for sure. So let's talk about the hashtag Together for Tia.
Yes.
So how did that all kind of come to be?
That was kind of like, I remember when it actually came from my best friend. She actually started, she was obviously she's a big supporter of me and huge support. And when I first got diagnosed, she was like, hey, should we do hashtag Tia's Tribe or hashtag Together for Tia? And I was like, I love Together for Tia. So it was just something that kind of brought the community and my family. Like, we mostly were kind of, using it for family. And then we love that like so many other people and so many like TikTok, we would use the hashtag in my, on my profile, because I kind of put out there like dance with me through cancer. Like that was my thing, was join me, let's duet, let's dance through cancer together. And so Together for Tia was like the hashtag. And so that's where it came from. And it's been cool to see so many different people use the Together for Tia hashtag. And I think it's just been so cool to see the community. I think that's the coolest thing, is that it's a community which makes a family,
Yeah.
And it's been a ride. And that Together for Tia, we now have we have t-shirts, we have hats with it on, we have, so many artwork. I get artwork sent to me all the time, and I love it that have Together for Tia on it. So it's just cool that it brings a sense of togetherness, for all of us, for so many people.
Absolutely. So in addition to your cancer treatments, you've had a really, really rough year. You also dealt with the passing of your mother, which I want to hear about that. I don't know how you did it. I really don't. I lost a parent too, so I know it's tough to go.
Yeah.
But it's like you got hit with these two major life-changing events. And I see that you're such a positive person, and I feel like that's what, gets you through it, and your kids and your family. But I mean, how have you coped with that?
Oh man, I'm still coping. My mom, so it was the day I went home. It was May 24th. I went home from the hospital. It was exactly a month later. And my mom graduated this life that same day. And she went home to my dad. My dad has graduated about 7 years ago. And she was able to go back and be with him on that same day. And it was honestly like a roller coaster. And honestly, after that was such a whirlwind, because it was her, like I came home just in time for her funeral, and I was able to go to her funeral for that week. And then I had to go right back into chemo. Like I went right back into fighting cancer. And then from then on, I was sick after sick after sick after sick with cancer stuff. And so I don't think I ever had time to really grieve or cope with it until this last time I came home, until December. I came home December 16th from my transplant. And I think that's when it kind of hit me that my mom is gone. Like, I mean, of course I knew it, but like I was now, recovering myself, and home longer than, the longest I've been home since I got cancer. And so, coping with it has been that I've been doing that right now. Like I've been grieving, and I've had lots of nights where I've cried on my lives that night on my YouTube channel. And I think tears are healing. I think it's important to cry, and it's important to feel those feelings, and it's okay to grieve, and it's okay to have those days where you miss them. I miss my mom and dad, and I miss especially, my mom. We had such a close relationship. I'm the baby of the family. So I'm her baby, and I got lots of alone time with her growing up since I was the youngest. And I just pray, I pray that I can be able to be strong enough to keep going. I know that, I try to take as many opportunities as I can as I'm getting healthier, because I know that's what she would want me to do, and I always think about that. Like I always try to spread my message or share or take opportunities, because I know I can always feel her closest to me when I'm doing stuff like that or like this, So coping wise, I feel like tears are important. It's important to cry it out and feel, but also sharing and living her legacy through me, doing the things that I know that would make her happy, like dancing. She loved that I danced. She was like my number one fan. She loved that I dance. And so I try to do as much dancing as I can right now, even though I can't do it in the studio. I try to do fun TikToks and things like that, because I want to feel her. And I feel like that is, doing things that, that they are loved ones who have passed on love, things that they love or that they loved, is really, really important to cope.
Well, I know your mom and your dad are very proud of you, and they're always,
Oh, thank
they're
you.
always around. So,
Thank you.
yeah. So, where are you now, in your cancer journey?
So now today I am 95 days post-transplant. So I got a transplant back in December, for my brother. My brother was my donor, and he was awesome. Like, he was all my siblings are awesome. They all got tested, and they all got, they all wanted to help, and they all wanted to donate. And so he was one that came back 100% my match. And so I received my transplant back in December. So now I'm 95 days post-transplant. I'm just, day by day, I'm still getting blood transfusions every week. Every week I get a transfusion. I meet with my doctors every week. That's kind of a thing. Like, they want to be able to see you every week and see how you're doing.
Sure.
I have GVHD, with this graft versus host disease, which is pretty normal for transplants. But, so I'm just taking care of that and battling that out right now. But for the most part, I'm doing good. I have good energy. I feel really good. I mean, there's times where I'm obviously not as like high energy as I used to be, but for the most part, like, I feel pretty good, and I'm up, I'm actually able to get out of bed and, and do the things that I like to do. So it's good.
Nice. So how has this experience shaped your plans for the future, and what kind of things do you think you want to achieve next?
Oh boy. Well, I think it's shaped my future. It's made me a lot stronger. It's opened my mind. It's changed my perspective on life. Definitely. Things that were important before aren't that important to me anymore. I've been able to, I feel like I can focus more on the things that are important and be able to give back. I want to continue giving back through my Dance for a Cause. I want to continue to share my message. I hope through this journey and this experience, I'm able to, I would love to be able to travel more and be able to speak and give my story. And hopefully my story motivates and helps one person. I always think like that. Like, if me sharing my story and my opportunity of this journey that I've been on can help one person, then that's enough. So I don't really know what the future holds for Tia Bee Stokes, but I hope it's lots of fun. I hope it's I can dance and help people and continue to share my message, and hopefully my message and this experience has its purpose.
Absolutely. I think so. And I'm sure you've already touched so many lives. I mean, it's way past one. You've definitely touched a lot, for sure.
Thank you.
So where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at the Tia Bee Stokes, or on TikTok at the Tia Bee Stokes. Don't forget the and my YouTube channel. I go live every single night at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on my YouTube channel. I'm just talking about the day, or my husband joins me, my kids join me, just kind of updating my journey or what's been going on. And that's on my YouTube channel, Tia Bee Stokes, as well. So, but yeah, I would love anyone to come and join the journey with me, join the fight, and dance through cancer, or just dance away a happy life,
Well, that's amazing. And everyone be sure to tune in and check you out. I love that you do live every night at 7:30. That's awesome. I love it.
It's fun. It's fun. It's a fun way to document too. It's a fun way to document and get little glimpses of my days. So
yeah, for sure. Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. It was awesome having you. And I wish you health and wellness and happiness. And
thank you.
You're wonderful. So
thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it.
Of course. I'd love to have you again in the future. And keep doing these things that you're doing. It's wonderful.
Yes, let's do it. I love it. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Tia. Take care.
Take care. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Bye.